Hello, good evening. This is Naz from NB Network Lessons. Hope you guys doing okay on a chilly evening in Texas. Today's topic is Calculus Lesson 6, and we're going to discuss derivatives of trigonometric functions. Okay, and I've got all those functions derivatives listed right here. But before we dive into the derivative of the trigonometric functions, I would like to see if I can refresh your memory on what is a sine of an angle, what is a cosine of an angle, tangent of an angle, and their inverse. I think that refresher would help. And then in my next lecture, I can come back and we can look at these derivative formulas right here, and then we can solve some problems also. Okay, I promise you on the next lecture we'll cover this, but let's go ahead and talk about what is sine, cosine, tangent, and so forth. So basically this applies to a 90-degree triangle. Okay, the perpendicular, this right here, is 90 degrees to the base. Okay, so this right here is my perpendicular, this right here is my hypotenuse, and this is the base. And this right here is theta, or you can call it angle. Okay, so what is sine of this angle right here? What would be the sine of this angle right here? So sine would be perpendicular over hypotenuse. Okay, and then what would be cosine of this angle? Cosine of this angle would be base over hypotenuse. Okay, and then tangent of this angle is going to be perpendicular over base. Okay, so this has to be memorized by everyone. All the calculus lovers, calculus students, you have to memorize this. Now, opposite of sine is cosecant. Okay, opposite of cosine is secant. Opposite of tan is cotangent. Okay, and then if you look in here, sine has perpendicular over hypotenuse, cosecant is opposite, hypotenuse over perpendicular. Similarly, cosine has base over hypotenuse, secant, which is the opposite of cosine, has hypotenuse over base. And lastly, in tangent, we have perpendicular over base. The opposite of tangent is cotangent, and we have base over perpendicular. Okay, so this applies to right angle triangle, and also, if you recall from one of my previous lectures, Pythagorean theorem states that in a right angle triangle like this, hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, that is Pythagoras theorem. Everybody should know it. All right, now let me just give you an example real quick. Let's say we have a triangle right here, right? This is a right angle triangle. Okay, this angle is 90 degrees. Okay, all right, and then this is, let's say, C, and the length of this is 150. Okay, angle right here is given, it's, let's say, 52 degrees. Okay, and this is my base. Okay, and this is my perpendicular. Okay, they want us to find what is the base. Okay, so how would you do that? Pretty straightforward. Just look at these formulas and see which one has base in it. Well, cosine. So cosine of 52 degrees is equal to what? Base, which we are trying to find, over hypotenuse, which is 150. It's given right here, 150. So then base would be equal to cosine of 52 degrees times 150. Okay, so now you got to log, check your calculator and find out what is the cosine of 52 degrees. But once you solve this, the answer is 92.35 meters. All right, now let me ask you this. You've solved for base already. What if I ask you, hey, can you solve this for perpendicular? Find out how long is the perpendicular? Yes, easy peasy. We can either apply Pythagoras theorem, okay, or we can just say we know sine of 52 degrees would be equal to perpendicular, which we are trying to find, this right here, over hypotenuse, okay? Then perpendicular would be equal to sine of 52 degrees times, bring this h up here, hypotenuse, and that will give you the answer. I'll let you solve it, but this is how you get the length of perpendicular. Okay, hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you like the contents of this, please go ahead and share as much as you can. I would really appreciate that. And if you like the content, go ahead and give me a like. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.